Which game are we doing first?
The first game.
Okay.
Sabra Nazareth, no?
I'm looking at the
let me
wrong
just get the
league.
introductions and all that stuff started.
What a sad game. This one actually upset me.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to Muslim Basketball Podcast. I'm your host Ibrahim Sharaf, and I'm here with two very special guests. I think you both appeared this year, I think, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh yeah, you guys were together. So this is Abdullah Shabazz, as you guys know, and Tarek Hamid. Welcome. How you guys feeling today?
Good, man. Ready to talk about some basketball.
Before we get into the basketball, let's make dua for Palestine. May Allah,
Of course.
protect and forgive our brothers in Palestine and liberate them from their oppressors. And let's keep moving. So announcements. Keep an eye out on the chat for All-Star and all the mini games. I know some of you guys are new to that kind of stuff, so we're gonna have the All-Star committee. I explained at the end of the last pod, and we're also gonna have the voting coming out early next week. We're gonna have signups for the 1v1 tournament. We're gonna have signups for the 3-point contest. Stay tuned for all that stuff because it's a lot of fun. Last year's All-Star weekend was a great time. And it's going to be, as far as I know, I believe it's going to be on the same day as the championship day. I know people had complaints about that, but what we're going to do this season is we're going to put the championship game first. Then we're going to do mini games and then the All-Star game. So, people that are playing in the championship game don't have to. Last year we had a switch, so people were winded, by the time the championship game came around. But this time we'll do the championship game first, get that done. And then the players that are All-Stars from that can still participate and go all out in the All-Star game. So without further ado, let's get into the games. We're all kind of on a time crunch here, so we may end up a little faster today, but that's okay. We do have a lot of fun topics to talk about these coming games, but we'll get to it. So first game was Sabra versus Nazareth. You were watching this one, right? Sorry? Yeah. Do you see this one?
Yeah, I saw
the end of it.
Yeah,
actually,
I saw the end of it.
I know it went to overtime. It was actually at the beginning. We were just watching the clips of it. Areeha was going off 2 back-to-back threes in the beginning.
Yeah.
Almost had a layup to go to make it a straight up 8-point run on just from him. Overall, he shot. It looks like he stopped. His flow kind of stopped closer to the beginning.
I
mean, it was a 5-on-4. 5-on-5. I'm sorry. They only had 5 players, but it was 5-on-5. And I think the story of the game here is that Kiran fouled out. And it became a 5-on-4, and that's what allowed Nazareth to get into overtime, and then take the win in overtime 5-on-4. What did you guys see?
Again, I saw the ending. So from what I saw, besides the beginning of the video, everybody. First of all, I'm surprised that Sabra, without their main guys, are that close. No offense, to anybody on Sabra. You guys are a very good team, but I'm just saying, their main scorers. Malik was the only one who's really there, and Abdullah Mahmoud. So besides that,
Omar hit 15 as well. I feel like
I'm looking at it too. Oh yeah, Omar that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's I'm surprised in a good way that they stepped it up.
Surprised.
And it was a really close game. They went into overtime, and what really killed them was 4 versus 5. So with that being said, I give Sabra their credit. Nazareth is definitely a good team. We could see that Omar Mana had 31 points and 16 rebounds, so that's a definitely dominant performance.
Yeah, for sure.
But even statistically, they were pretty even with the free throws. No, actually, Sabra made half their free throws. And then field goal attempts.
Bro, they got rocked on the free throws. Nazareth, 35% shooting from the free throw line is poor, man. That's bad.
No, yeah.
It was all on Amanda at that point, right?
He shot 50%, and then you also had 1 for 6 from Ilyas. And 0 for 3, yeah.
Shafiq had a
5.6%.
I'll say so. I was watching this from the beginning. I think Sabra came out and just punched him in the mouth.
Yeah.
And Nazareth wasn't ready for it. They kind of settled in. I think the game really turned on its head when Ilyas started guarding Malik from full court. So I think that's when the game changed because it was hard for them to bring the ball up.
Yeah.
Hard for them to set the offense up. And they all got gassed by the end of it. So
Deep Hawaii, bro. Deep Hawaii,
yeah, sure.
I would say at the end of the day, is like you said, it was surprising. But
I think Nazareth's got to be careful, man. These last couple of weeks.
yeah,
been
they've not
very-
looked the same.
yeah,
they
haven't
look
looked
very
the same.
human,
Yeah,
very
sure.
human. Shafiq hasn't really played that well in the past couple games.
Yeah.
You always look to see a big performance from him. I know he's probably in the gym right now. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of all I got. The only person that really shot efficiently on Sabra was Matic. I mean, you can also argue that Abdullah Mahmoud's game was
He had a good
relatively
game. I
efficient.
think he had a good game. Yeah.
7 for 19. Is that what's the percentage?
It's
on
about
that?
the same as 5 for 12,
37%.
right?
37.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not bad.
I mean,
Yeah.
he had 3 for 5 from 3-point range. He was stretching the floor because Almirano was guarding him. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was an overall good game. So unlucky that last call where Almirano
Yeah.
slipped and they called a foul, which I didn't think it was a foul, to be honest. And
Yeah.
that's what led into overtime. But it is what
Wow.
it is.
It's kind of crazy.
It is what it is.
All right, next game. This one I have a lot to say about, guys. I stacked up this game. It was crazy. Yazur versus Baysan.
No, that was crazy.
Fellas, Yazur started. Both teams started the game 4-on-4, right?
Yeah.
Then I want to say in the five minutes in, Ihsan joins the game and it becomes a 5-on-4, and I'm like, okay, it looks like
What was the
Baysan's
score
going
when
to
he
start
joined?
dominating. It was about tied, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a very even game at that point. Then Ihsan comes in and it's a 5-on-4. And you think, all right, yeah, Baysan's going to crush him now. That's not what happened, fellas. It just kept, it was crazy. It actually was crazy. To see Yazur scoring with ease without, again, they're missing Mumtaz and they're missing Salihun. I don't know, they have Salihun and Surkata, I mean. Two of, they're big scorers for this team. Absent. They're down a player basically all game. And they're still winning. They're still dominating. Like 46% shooting as a team, scoring against an extra defender. They swung the rock. Montaka had a triple-double, 23, 11, and 11.
Yeah.
Salihun had a 43
Did they
and
not
20
double
game,
him?
bro.
I didn't watch the game. Did they not double
43
him?
and
They had an
20.
extra guy. Why did they double?
They did not. They didn't really double him, no.
What defense were they playing?
So the Yazur kind of like, they were scoring quick. Like they would just get into the set immediately, move, and then he like Salihun would take it inside and score a lay. And a lot of times it would be kind of like, they're very physical, like, you know what I mean, like possession. But he was just better. He was just
I mean,
finishing.
to me,
man.
it doesn't matter, man. You got 45 rebounds from Yazur. I mean, I don't know. If I
And-
was on Baysan,
And he was just getting rebounds.
Yeah, I would
He was
be angry,
straight up
man.
boxing out, get rebound, put back. There was so many of those. I remember saying Salihun or whatever his number was, put back,
Yeah.
good, a million times just from the amount of putbacks he
You're
had.
playing a 45. You might as well full court press, do something. I don't know. I'd be.
That's
pissed
what I'm
off.
saying.
I'd be pissed
I mean,
off if I was on the other team. man.
I watched the end of the game and
Of this
even-
side too?
of this one, yeah. So you said that they were dominant in the beginning, like Yazur.
No, it was it was just a dominant performance. Like
Yeah.
for you to be 4-5 and even it to be like equal is
Yeah.
dominant, I would say. You know what I mean? But like Ihsan was kind of hurt. He was saying he had like he came in from the beginning. He was like, "Oh, my ankle is bad. Like I'm just playing anyway. I got to."
Yeah.
Yeah, there's also without Big Moose too. I mean,
Yeah,
one of
no
the
Moose.
best players. So.
Yeah.
Still, it's no excuse.
Yeah.
MP3 showed out with 35 points, 50% shooting about. It was pretty good there. And
It's 55 threes to 22 threes.
yeah, they shot 55
Wow.
threes. Crazy.
I didn't even see that.
I mean, because you know what they would do is they have the extra players. They're just swinging it around the
Yeah,
three-point
makes
line, and then
sense.
they'd have
Yeah.
one open, so they'd,
Yeah.
I mean,
they'd
they
take
shot over or like 45%. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Right. Surprisingly, they lost.
But
No
I'm,
rebounds.
cat's out of the bag now. You guys all saw the video that MP3 posted, and if you didn't, I'll put it right here. And so basically, I was there in the center, right? I was there in the center in the scoreboard area, and I'm not sure who started the trash talk. Yazur claims it was MP3 or the Baysan team, but all I heard was Sadia was like, "It's a 5-on-4. Why are you talking? It's a 5-on-4," and MP3 was like, "You're too little," and then they both get double technicals, so they both get both get one technical, and then bro, as soon as that timeout ended. And Montaka comes out and hits like 3 threes. It was actually insane. And then like that hype was getting crazy. They're starting to pull away from the game. Baysan comes back. They start hitting shots. It comes down to like one possession. The last second inbound, Yusufo gets a steal, and that was the end of the game. Yusuf.
But that's why I wanted to mention that when I was watching the game, Yazur is down, and then I realized that it was 4 versus 5. I was like, yo, what is going on? So I actually sat down and like watched the game from there, and the way, and I'm not even trying to gas, like this is me being honest, the way that Yazur is playing was like poetry.
Yeah.
Because the other team would come down and they would score, and they'd be down like 7, and they just brought it down each time. Everybody in row, swing,
composure, basket. Yeah, it was.
I can't lie. It was a good game.
Influence for you.
I talked to Casey after the game, Mikal Bridges, if you don't know.
Yeah.
And I was like, listen, man, you're not the first team to lose a 4-on-5. And he's like, I know, man, but they didn't drop a 23 triple-double and a 40-20 game to do it.
Wow, I didn't even know he had a 23 triple-double.
Yeah, it was actually insane.
I mean, 43 and 20 is more impressive to me, to be honest. Over 50% shooting, that's insane.
Yeah.
No, Who's player of the week? Did we announce player of the week?
I don't even know, but it has to be. It was funny. Anas was like, Anas was like, bro, I keep getting robbed. I have good games, but then there's like somebody who they drop a 40. He's not even second or third. Like he has like a 43 and 20 game, a 23-point triple double. You got 35 points on 50% shooting from the 3. Like, yeah, it was crazy. It was actually such a crazy game. I was happy I stacked up for that game.
No, definitely.
But I mean, MP3. He claimed it was for the algorithm.
Yeah, by the way, is Taco lurking on Instagram to find that video? Like, how did he find that?
I have it on good authority that somebody sent it to him, but it wasn't me. Oh, it's so funny.
You're funny for that.
All right, boys, let's go to the third game. All right, so Bir Seb'a versus Areeha. You guys got another win. You guys were doubted on the predictions.
Bir Seb'a, stand up.
I said I was on the predictions and I said you wouldn't get it, but you did. You proved me wrong, and you know what? NS had a great game. 31 points, 3 rebounds, 4 steals. On 12 for 20 shooting, he had a great game. This is different from the past couple games. He wasn't shooting super well, but he went. Your whole team really shot well generally.
Yeah.
Salman was 3 of 8. Danash was 4 of 8. 10 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. You had 3 for 5. 5 rebounds, 8 points. It was good. A little heavy on the turnovers there, but you made up for it with the 4 steals.
That's crazy.
4 steals is good.
4 steals is good. 4 steals is good.
And then on the other side, you had Areeha was going crazy. So they had 3 guys with 15 points. You guys did a good job of keeping Lil O with 6 for 21 shooting.
No, seriously.
And Forsan for 6 for 14. I think the one advice I think I told you guys before the game was don't forget about Forsan and Islam. And it doesn't seem like you did. You guys kept them all within good, not very good shooting overall.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I want to just say that first of all, Areeha, I understand why they were 8-1 before our game. Honestly, they're a really good team. And they really do have the firepower.
They're dogs, bro.
No, seriously. Everybody cuts, everybody, communicates, and they know each other very well, it seems like. They know each other's spots.
Yeah.
So I got to give them credit for that. 3 of their players scored 15. Forsan, 16 for 14. Honestly, even watching the game, a lot of their points were either contested. And I don't want to say wide open because we were doing the zone and it was a rotation. So the guy I might have been there a second later or so. But they were cashing them, bro. Honestly, I thought some of the players had 30 themselves. I was like, I'm doing everything I can. But from my side, from my team side, I would just say that collectively, we just bought into each other. You know what I mean? Like we really did find each other's role and try to
you guys have been
uplift each
you
other.
guys have been a different team for the past couple of weeks. So you guys seriously look a lot better. Everyone kind of knows their roles. It seems like Dinesh is running that point.
Yeah.
NS knows he has to keep moving off the ball and he'll get the shots that he needs even if he isn't bringing it up, and it works really well for you guys. Yep. Everyone else seems to have found their role, which is I guess the key is that you found your role. You're playing a great defensive role. You're getting a few shots up a game, which is good, but they're smart shots. You know what I mean? And so it looks like that on the court as well. And you're playing a lot more through set of man, which I love to see.
No, absolutely. That's a key, low key.
Yeah. He had a great, line too. 7 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists.
But Mirage had 10 rebounds.
Yeah, that's
honestly,
crazy
like even in the game, like he was getting to the boards.
Yeah.
He had the most out of everybody. Yeah,
he had 4 in like one possession. I remember.
Yeah,
I was game off second, but I think you guys really ran like away with the game at the end of the first half. Like your zone was really good. Yeah. And I was talking about this with Ennis last week. I told him I didn't think the zone would work against Areeha because they're good at finding space.
Yeah.
But it did. It was really good actually. And I think you and Dinesh, like in terms of your perimeter defense, was really, really good at stopping Omar. And every single time somebody was driving, you'd funnel them into some men. And and you guys got a bunch of steals and deflections. And
we did in the beginning. Yeah, in the beginning.
Get on the break. That's how you guys got a lot of easy buckets.
Yeah.
So, and NS cannot be stopped on the fast break.
Yeah.
You cannot keep up with that guy. So I thought it was really good. And that's where I think the difference of the game was, to be honest.
Looking to see you guys keep that streak going into next week when Zayed's back. It's going to be interesting to see how that mesh goes.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, though, your streak did start with Zayed was in the game on that first game against Haifa. You guys lost, but it looked a lot lot better. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And it seems like from what you guys have told me, like he bought in and he's willing to do whatever role that the team needs. So that's great.
I'll be inshallah everything goes well this Sunday, but whoever is versing Bir Seb'a, I'll be scared.
Honestly, though, one last thing, uncharacteristic game from Omar. Little Abbasi, honestly. Like that last 3 that he missed from the corner, I thought
he was really frustrated about that. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I thought it probably should have went into overtime. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it is what it is. Happens.
Yeah. I remember that play too. I think he got frustrated because it was a turnover and I got a steal, and then I was going down and I got fouled. And then at that point, it was just, listen, guys, I missed a couple free throws, but this is the first time I was on the line this whole season. My bad. But either way, that's what it really came down to, like the free throws and like fouling at the end. So.
Yeah, and
they had a chance. They were down 3.
Islam hit a 3 to cut it from 6 to 3.
Yeah, and it was steal.
But it was 3 seconds left. Yeah.
No, then they got a steal and they had a wide open 3 from our.
They called timeout or something, and it was an inbound. He got it, and he missed it.
And then you hit the free throw to begin up to 4. That's what happened.
Yeah.
So they had a chance. So.
All right, let's move on to the next one, fellas.
Great game, though.
So we had Shatila versus Tiberias. So Tiberias was missing Mahruz, big key piece there for them, obviously. I mean, look, you still had good performances from a lot of people. It's just overall as a team, Tiberias didn't shoot the ball really well, and it looked like a lot of times they were taking a lot of dump shots, for lack of a better word. Like I was looking at it, and it was just like contested shots. It just didn't look like the offense was really offensing. But you know what I mean? Like it was realistically like, what's his name? Mahruz is such a key piece to setting everybody up. Like he really gets everybody involved with that it's just like, you know, when he was out, the team kind of fell apart. And Shatila's a good team, of course. They're missing key players as well. They're missing Sami. They're missing Kareem. I don't think they're out. I think they had to go to Egypt for something, and they'll be back now, or hopefully for the playoffs. But you had 2 23-point games from Ahmad and Muhammad Amin. Both very efficient shooting nights as well. Ahmad was hitting threes. It was raining him down 5 for 9. It was crazy. Then you had 16 from Sean. Obviously, we all know he's a great shooter by now. I've been saying it, so it was blue in the face. 12 rebounds from both Muhammad Amin and Ahmad as well. 8 assists. He almost had a triple-double, Ahmad. 3 steals, 2 blocks. It was like a complete stat line there. It was crazy. Then you also had 22 from Sinjar. He was a bright spot. I mean, he still didn't make that many shots, relative to the total shooting percentage, but I would have looked to go through more with Omar Sinjar. He was taking, it looked like, better shots than the rest of the team was. 5 for 17 from Sal, 5 for 14 from Salman. It just wasn't a pretty game. They still had 14 and 15 points respectively. But yeah, I mean, Shatila was making their shots. They had Ahmad he's a threat driving in. He's a threat from distance when you leave him open. He's proven to make both of those, and he also dishes the ball. He knows that he's a threat, and he attracts that extra person. he's had a couple of those behind the back, bounce pass assists that are pretty nice actually.
That's that foot doctor?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he's very, very talented line right here. It's almost another triple-double. This is, like, crazy. We had two almost triple-doubles in this week. So this was a pretty crazy game, and they kind of blew them out. They just blew
Y'all
this
need
game.
to watch over this
Second half.
team, man. Shatila, they're missing players for 3 weeks now. They should be like the second seed in the league, honestly. Like, they're
What's
a
the
pretty
record?
good team.
So this was an important game too, because Shatila and Tiberias were fighting for the bye spot.
Right.
And Mahruz has his toe injury now. Like that, we don't know how he's going to be on Sunday. He says he'll play. I don't know if he played on Wednesday or not, but for the North League. But hopefully he's back, inshallah. May Allah give him shifa, inshallah. And
now, all I'm saying though, Shatila, like, they forfeited a game. They had 4 players versus you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that's 2 games right there that
They
had a good
thrown,
chance to win, right? I think you gotta watch it. They're sleeper team. On
absolutely.
You saying Shatila or?
Shatila,
yeah,
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. I mean, they are still 4th in the standings,
Exactly,
despite
yeah,
all of
exactly.
that, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's playoffs 0-0, right?
It's true.
I know.
It's
It don't
absolutely
matter.
true. It's absolutely true. All right. Next
Akka.
game.
You told us about this. I wasn't there, bro. You told us about this one.
I don't want to talk about it, man. Lone bright spot for this game. Ahmed Kawar hit a 3, 1 for 1.
Very nice.
Great shot. I shot 1 for 9. I didn't shoot that well. 3 points, 3 rebounds. Omar Khan was 3 for 14. 8 for 8. Look, I don't know what to tell you, man. Messiah was crazy. Messiah 26 and 21, like 26 points, 21 rebounds. He had 6 blocks, 5 steals.
Damn,
we kept trying to,
21.
we kept trying to take it in when he was in the paint, and he would just send it back. And like my team, I guess our whole team didn't really get the message. Like, don't when he's in the paint, don't put it up, like kick it out.
Yeah.
But I would say we switched defensive matchups by accident. It was funny. Like, Bilal was on Messiah at the beginning. I switched on him because we accidentally subbed him out. I was coming in and I was trying to get somebody out, and Bilal was walking towards out. So I was like, all right, Bilal, go. And he was like, all right. So he sat down, and then I was tasked with Messiah. And I was just like extremely physical with him.
Yeah.
Like, if you watch it on the tape, I was just like pushing him out of the paint the entire time, basically.
That's what I was going to ask you, because it seems like that works on him.
That worked.
Yeah.
It worked when I was on him doing that. But like, a lot of those like points he had were beginning of second half, the whole first half. This only happened like the last 12 minutes of the game, something like that. You know what I mean? So he had a lot of points, and then not that they were single coverage on Bilal either. You can't really, like, what are you going to expect Bilal to just like shut down Messiah when he's, because like Messiah a lot of times had a lot of presence when he had the ball a lot inside, and our main game plan going in was, okay, we're gonna weak side double team whenever he's inside and help him. And it worked for a little bit, but like it wasn't effective enough. I think the best plan would have been, yes, we'll do that when he gets the ball inside and we're forced to live with that. But the other half is be physical and get him out of the paint. If he gets the ball, I'd rather it be by the 3-point line or the free throw line even, rather than it be right under the rim, because he's way taller than you, bro. He'll just hit that easy lay or dunk it and end the game.
Oh, yeah.
This is what happened.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
He got attacked for dunking it, and then they ended the game.
Wait, you can't dunk?
You can't dunk.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay.
But it was like, they didn't end the game to disqualify them. It was just like, he dunked it, and they were up by like, I don't know, 30 or something like that.
Okay.
And we were just like, yeah, call the game. Give him the tech, but call the game.
I mean, it just seems like for you guys, Akka, like, I mean, I didn't watch the majority of the game. I was in between the last 2 games. But, you guys got shots up. They just weren't falling. 3 for 14, 3 for 12. 3 for 9, you know what I mean? You had your opportunities. Unfortunately, it just goes that way.
Bro, unfortunately.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, that's also true.
A lot of them
but you gotta
also
be smart
are
about
easy
that.
misses. Like, I feel like a lot of times I'm missing easy layups, and I don't have an explanation for that. It's just, I got to work on those. On the other side, though, you had a lot of good shooting. So you had Raheem with 5 for 11, 3 for 6 from Minhaj. Again, rebounds. 43 rebounds, Tarek 25. Obviously, mostly due to Messiah. But you still have 9 from Minhaj, 6 from Raheem, 6 from Subhan, 5 assists from Subhan, 3 steals. You got a lot of steals across the board there. We had a lot of turnovers, which is the name of that's our brand of basketball there. We just have a lot of turnovers and lose games by a lot.
You're very similar, man, with turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, we were missing Omar Osmani, who's a key player to our
They're missing
team.
Wahid and
They're missing a good amount of players too. So but it was bad.
I'm not.
No, I know.
No.
It was bad. It was bad. It really was bad. I don't know what else to say. We're just a bad team.
You guys are not a bad team. But 12 on the second half.
That's a bad team.
That's what I'm saying. You guys just got to be, I don't want to say more efficient, but in terms of Messiah, whoever's going, did they play zone or man?
We played.
No,
man.
that.
They played. I think they played a zone actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta. Yeah, that's hard to do. Well, if you don't know how to break down the zone, then that's hard to
honest,
do.
a lot of his teammates don't move without the ball.
That's the problem.
So
that's really the problem.
Yeah.
So we're not moving without the ball. Off ball, like we were too locked into one offense where we're trying to set off ball screens on the corners and not really doing that anywhere else, and it just gets repetitive and nobody gets moving, and a lot of people also get like locked into the okay, this guy's shooting. I'll just get back. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna stare. People aren't athletic. People aren't running. It's, I don't know what else to say. This has been our brand of basketball for 10 years. As you can tell, I'm frustrated. The whole team's frustrated.
10 years?
10 games. I'm sorry.
I was like, I've been playing for a decade?
If we're playing for a decade and we're this bad. No, but seriously, though, it was just bad. It was just bad, all right? Next game, Ajjur versus Haifa.
Oh, my God.
Another blowout.
99.
99 points. I think is that the most? No, I think Yazur had 100 first game, right?
Yeah.
Like that.
This was crazy. This was actually crazy. You
I
are
was stat keeping this. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was sitting next to you.
Tell
right?
us about it.
Yeah,
bro.
Oh
Hassan
God.
almost had a
Hassan
quadruple
went
double.
Off, man.
No, he did, bro.
He went off.
He couldn't miss.
This was a classic
He could
Hassan.
not miss.
Step back, like it wasn't even just like easy threes, like step back threes over like a guy. Like it was crazy. Like me and Malik were like in awe watching the game. Honestly, Hassan really took over. Him and Al-Hassan really like the 1-2 punch, and then once he got going, the game just got out of hand.
Yeah, it really did quick.
Yo,
It
and
really
to be
did
honest,
quick.
it doesn't even look like Haifa played really bad
No.
either.
They didn't.
Like you had 19 from Osama, 17 from Yusuf Shanawi, which is big for him. Usually, he's not really this much into the scoring as all season. This is a big game from him. 13 from Dasar. He missed a couple more than it looks like he should have. But he had he made up for it. 6 rebounds, 6 assists there. 3 steals, he had all around style. And Haifa this doesn't look like a bad game. They're also missing out in here.
Dasar was the one that was trying to run the show. I think because Elton would have been gone.
He's important to their team for sure.
I mean, he had a hand in everything.
Yeah.
His stat line doesn't show it, but like every single one of the shots they made, he had a part of it in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Honestly, whether it was a steal, assist, or passing
Yeah.
into a pass. So. Yeah, just a rough game.
Bro, I mean, as a team, though, Ajjur is all shooting 53% as a team. Like, 20, so you're 12 for 22 from Hassan. That's greater than 50%. You got 8 for 16 from Al-Hassan with 24 points. You had 6 for 7 from Abu Drahan, 12 points, 10 rebounds. 16 and 10 from Abdul Traore. This team is stacked, too,
we
bro.
were waiting for this from Hassan, and if Hassan plays like this, like, this team is dangerous.
Bro.
Like,
100%. And he always, again, like for him, he needs to be like locked into the game.
Yeah.
And like you've seen in the chat today, it was really funny. Like they're talking trash back and forth, and all this stuff. And Hassan's like going at Baysan. I actually want to watch that game. I think it'll be a really fun game.
I didn't.
It's looking right now that it's going to be a forfeit. We'll talk about it in the predictions for next week's bracket. I'm going to have to post a picture of the bracket on here as well. But I would have loved to see that game. I'm going to see what I could do about trying to get it to happen, even if it doesn't count. I just would like to see it. But it was pretty crazy performance by Ajjur there. This is definitely, it looks like their best performance of the year. It seems like they've really gotten it going after the trade and the merge. So this is
Who'd they lose?
New Ajjur. They lost Yusuf Diawara and Issa Jawara, I think.
So did they lose Abdullah Silva or no?
No, they have Abdullah. He just didn't show up for this game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
7 steals from Hassan. I also want to shout that out.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
he
it's
had
like
a
both
pretty good
ends.
stat line.
36 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 7 steals.
On 1 turnover? Like,
1 turnover. That's
pretty
crazy.
good.
That's
Yeah, that's
actually
pretty good.
insane. Wow. Yeah, it looks like what killed Haifa was the turnovers there.
what was it? 18. 18 to 6?
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly, it was mostly the second half, and the game was over by. Honestly, like,
okay.
it seemed like we were
Stat
like
padding?
joking around. Like the refs were like laughing. It was like an LA finish by the end of the game. Seriously, it was bad. But like,
Oh, that's so funny.
no offense to Haifa, just it is what it is. When Hassan started hitting those threes, it was game
Yeah,
over.
yeah.
No, he could not miss.
Yeah, he couldn't miss.
Like, it was step by.
Yeah, even Al-Hassan was looking at us, and he was like, geez.
Yeah, I think this is their first time that Hassan's had like a really good game with them together. And Hassan's been out for like 3 weeks because of his ankle and stuff. So crazy.
Like, all of a sudden I remember he turned down an open 3 just to pass it to Hudson so he could shoot another 3.
Did he make it?
Yeah. That's how bad it was. It's crazy, man.
It's crazy.
That's funny.
All right, let's get right into predictions here.
Sure.
So 3 games next week. Supposed to be 4. I don't know what's going on with the Ajjur Baysan game, but let's see. So first, I mean, I do kind of know. I think it's going to be a forfeit. I don't think Baysan's able to go. They've been saying in the chat they're like in Virginia and stuff. So it's looking like Ajjur is going to take that win. First game though, Haifa versus Tiberias.
Is Mahruz in or no? That's the question.
I think he is. From what he said last, he said he's playing.
Okay. What is he? He's a dislocated toe, you said?
Yeah, and they popped it right back in immediately. They went to the ER and it was fine. Like they said, you did it perfectly.
Okay.
Hope
you feel better, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, I think he'll play. This is an important game. But let's see, I guess, right?
Yeah. I got Haifa. I mean, with the way that they're going, I definitely see that it's more cohesive. Any advice I would give would be from the defensive end and just to be smarter with the ball, like your shot selection. Like you'll definitely get open, but even when I was watching last game, some of the threes did seem forced because you were just looking for a shot because you were down a lot. So if you just are more smart with your shots and have like a solid defense, like honestly, I would suggest a zone rather than man. Because even Tiberias is quick. They're like a very quick team, especially what's his name?
Mahruz?
Yeah, Mahruz. No, Mahruz, you gotta watch Mahruz, bro. He'll get in the paint, just get you one time. So that's what I'm saying. Definitely try to protect the middle.
He's learned how to shoot recently, so
Yeah, I'm sorry to bring this up, but during our game when he was versing us, they were like, yeah, he can't shoot threes, he was lighting us up. That was our game plan. We were like, yo, we gonna let him shoot threes. He was slapping them, bro. I was like, what?
Boom. He actually wanted to be on the top plays for him, but you got to talk to Farhan about that. All right, I got Tiberias. I just think that team is dominant, and Haifa. No offense to them, I think they do look a lot better now than they did at the beginning of the season, but I don't know if it's going to be enough.
Tiberias, y'all covered it. I have nothing else to add.
Nah, it has to be enough. You see what I'm saying? Like this is the playoffs. Like win or go home.
Let's start from here for the next game. So we got Akka versus Sabra.
I'm sorry, bro. Without
No,
you,
no,
I
no,
just
no,
say
no, no,
Sabra, man. I'm sorry, man. Like, what else is there to say, man? Especially if Hamid Benna's gonna be back. I don't know.
Yeah, I got Akka. I'm not that I'm going to choose an underdog, but again, like watching the last 2 games for
You said Akka? You said
I'm getting Akka.
Oh wow, okay. He's out. You know that, right?
Oh, you're out?
Yeah.
All right. Never mind. I'm sorry.
We have other good players, man.
No, I know, but like you're.
I'm joking.
No, you do have a lot of good players, but like I think like you, not even a gas, but you are like a puzzle piece. Like if not the facilitator, like you're the captain directing people where to go. And I'm not saying that you will be unsuccessful without that, but I gotta see.
I think the only realistically right now on this team, the biggest thing I bring is just defense. Is the way I feel right now, like based off my performance this whole season. Like I feel like if we were going against this team, I would be matching up against Hamid al-Banna, and we're not. I'm not going to be there. You know what I mean? So that's going to be interesting to see what how the rest of the team reacts. I'm going to take Akka nevertheless because Akka just staying loyal to my team. So
I mean, y'all played with
we got it.
squad right against them.
Yeah,
without who
they didn't have Hamid either.
Okay,
but we did beat, and they didn't have Abdullah either. But we didn't have Omar Khan. So
I talked to Omar Khan actually. I don't know if he told you. I was like watching his form, and he said that I told him to like fix his left hand, and he's like, "Oh, you fixed my shot or something like that."
Really?
I was like, "All right, bro, we'll see you."
That's funny. So I got Akka. All right, next game: Bir Seb'a versus Tulkarem.
This one's a good one.
Yeah,
I have no idea, bro.
Yeah, I know where I'm going.
This one's honestly.
Bir Seb'a, bro. Inshallah, we come in week 2. Honestly, just advice to my team. Not to say.
Back?
Yeah, Zay's back. Zay's back. I'm gone.
Oh, you're gone.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be there. To be honest. So, inshallah, Zayd paired with NS, we definitely have that firepower. So I'm not necessarily worried about that. What I am worried about is the defense. Against a guy like Messiah.
You got some men.
No. I know. I'm just saying. Like, I think the best thing to do would be zone. I hate to be that guy, but zone. And honestly, I think Messiah and Salman are very evenly matched. So if we can keep him to 20 and 8 and lock down other guys, I think that's I'm not gonna say easy one, but I think that's some win in the bag. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna take Bir Seb'a.
Yeah, my man Dinesh. First of all, Dinesh, he's a 3-point shooter. I have not seen that.
I saw
You see
that.
what
He
I'm
was
saying?
very confident last game.
Exactly. He was like far out by the wing and it popped out.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Yeah. I think only Bir Seb'a. And the only reason why is because I think if you guys play a zone, I'm sorry guys, Tulkarem was part of this team. I'm sorry guys, whatever. It's kind of betraying them. But the reason why is because if you guys play a zone, I just think they're not disciplined enough to get the ball into the Messiah. Like we've seen it before. Like if they don't consciously dump the ball into Messiah, he's not gonna.
If you guys are also physical, and taking that feedback from us, and even without the ball, fighting for space with Messiah, that'll also kind of exhaust him a little bit more and make his life more difficult.
I agree.
Just try to make him fight for that space rather than just giving it to him.
I agree.
That'll help as well.
I mean, even in that, like, say Salman is strictly defense, which I don't expect him to be. Like, I definitely expect him to work offensively too. But say if he is strictly defense, we still have Mirage, Omar, Enes.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So the firepower, I'm really not worried about.
You guys also need to keep your composure now that you're missing you and you're gaining Zayed, who hasn't really been there for most of this run that you guys have been on. So you guys have to, see how that looks for you guys.
I told him to watch film.
Yeah. All right. After that, we have Ajjur Baysan.
Looks like a forfeit.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a forfeit.
Let's do it anyway.
Let's do it anyway.
I got to join. I'm sorry. Not even to say that, but Baysan is a good team. I'm not even saying they're bad.
Listen.
But the last game for Yazur, I'm sorry.
No, bro, they didn't have some of their best players. I've seen, bro. Who did they play the week before? They had a really impressive win.
Who?
I was watching that game. I forget.
Who, Baysan?
Yeah, Baysan.
They were playing against Ajjur.
No, it was the week before that.
Even before that?
Yeah. I was watching that game. I was like, game lost on that game. They had a really impressive win.
They were against Shatila. They lost. And then Bir Seb'a.
Oh, maybe it was Ajjur then.
Yeah, they beat Ajjur.
Oh, it was
3 points.
okay.
3 points.
Yeah. I think if they were a full squad,
but Ajjur also didn't have Abu Drahan.
No. That's tough.
I got Yazur, man. NYC hoops is I'm playing.
It doesn't matter, I guess.
Yeah, they didn't have.
Nah, let's try to make it happen. Let's try to make no guarantees, but let's try to make it happen.
It's a really good matchup, honestly.
Yeah, I would love to see it happen, but let's see what happens anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna take. Okay, listen, guys. I can't root for you guys after you lost a 5-on-4. I posted a video. I posted a video of the highlights.
For the algorithm.
I get it. And he was hooping, like he did hit the shot. But like for me, we lost a 5-on-4 last game. We kept our head down. We kept it pushing.
Last season.
Oh, yeah. You remember?
Yeah.
I do remember.
It was bad, man. Yeah.
Wait, he posted the highlights of that game on YouTube?
It was funny. It was on Instagram. I'll show you after this.
That's funny. And here's the top plays.
All right, extra long episode for you guys here today. First one, Salman Khan fakes Ammar out of the frame and hits the clutch 3. Well, it wasn't that clutch. They kind of got blown out. Second honorable mention, Omar Singer gets Ammar jumping for joy once again and goes with a tough adjustment finish. The inside hand. Sorry, the camera quality is all potato, by the way. It's it's all done on a plane. But here we got Desar with the court vision, getting it down to Osama for the easy lay. Beautiful back cut there, catching Hassan slipping. Look at us with the extra editing here, following the ball. Gotta love it. They gotta pay me more. Next honorable mention is for Nazareth. This is not Ilyas' last time on these top 15 plays, but look at that beautiful pass back to Shafiq while faking the lay. The power of friendship. You gotta love it. Next honorable mention goes to Salihun, who dropped an insane 43 and 20. That's an unreal line to cap off the 4-on-5 victory. Next one is Abdullah Shabazz here with the reverse lay and one crazy finish here. and watch him jog on over the free throw line where he can cap off that 3-point play. Number 9, Hassan. Look at the behind the back recovery there. Crossing up his defender and sending it down to Alassane for the open lay. Number 8, this guy is different these days, man. Look at the Sham God step into the fadeaway jumper. It's crazy. I don't know what's gone into him these days. Number 7, Subban's put Yusuf on the wrong end of a highlight reel. Take a look at this half spin here and the adjustment for the insane finish. Honestly, he couldn't have played better defense on that one. What are you going to do? Number 6, Messiah, to close up the half, gets not 1 block, but 2. And here's Yusuf again on the wrong end of a highlight reel. Number 5, guys, look at one of the cleanest spins I've ever seen. Take a look at that. Oh man, made it look so easy. And the finish with the touch at the rim. Number 4, Ihsan gets the steal here on Montaka and pulls up for 3 to make this game just a little closer. Made the game a 1-point game towards the end. You'll love the energy. Number 3, Ilyas. Easy lay here, but that's not where this ends, fellas. Take a look at him. He's a flaming ball of energy that never loses hustle. Take a look at the steal here. Gets it to Shafiq just to give him the extra assist and gets the wide open 3. 5-point play. He is that guy. Number 2, Ammar with the no-look beauty for the wide open lay. What a pass. He was not looking. Eyes in the back of his head there. And made it look easy. And your number 1 player of the week, Shafiq, gets the inbound, passes it to Ahmad Mana for the tough lay. And this one was an important bucket. You can see the reactions here. Malik, Omar Abu Atiyah, just pissed. Welcome back to the top plays. I hope you enjoyed those. Final announcements here. So we just, it's the same thing from before. Keep an eye out for the All-Star situation. You'll get more information early next week. Good luck with the playoffs, inshallah. And yeah, I think that's all we got. You guys have anything else to say?
No, honestly. Good luck to everybody in playoffs. Records don't matter. It's 0-0.
Bring
I don't
your
care what
jerseys, show
nobody
up on
says.
time. You know what it is. Thank you guys for coming.
Also, guys, please, one last thing, do an announcement. Please check that you didn't leave anything behind. I've seen way too many stuff that's just been left behind. Please just double check that you have all your belongings.
Bro, the minute that lady walks out and locks the door, there's no going back. Yeah. We cannot get back in there. So you make sure you get your stuff. All right?
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Thanks for watching. Assalamu alaikum.
Why we all did that?